Hello, everyone. Welcome again. Welcome to day 3, round 2 of the Red versus Blue Cyber League 2022 Invitational. I'm your host, Clint Bodungen, and with me is Simon Linstead. What's up, Simon?
Hey, Clint. Hey, everyone. How are you? Super pumped and super excited for this today. I hope you are too.
Yeah, man. Yesterday was a good day. We've had some really great rounds, and yesterday we've had an upset. We had some surprises. We had a death run precision strike from Eric Taylor. So let's look and see real quick how we stand. My picture is not working. One quick second. I apparently have pre-game jitters. So man, I'm excited.
Well, I think we all have today.
Yeah. So and my hotkeys weren't working. So here's where we stand. If you I could barely kind of see, I got it cut off there, but so in yesterday's round we had Eric Taylor defeating Josh Mason in a precision strike. And am I frozen?
You are, yeah. I just dropped a message in the chat. Your image is frozen. I can hear you absolutely fine, but your picture's a bit frozen.
Well, let's see here. Real quick. Let's just see if I can fix that real quick.
Let me do some juggling while you reset.
Yeah, I'm going to take myself off. Why don't you go ahead and introduce real quick, and I'm going to see if I can fix this.
Yeah, no worries. So hey everyone, welcome. Hope you're all as excited as I am for today. So today we have got Stacey Lokey playing red team against Simply Cyber and ThreatGEN's own Gerald, Auger. And after yesterday's not surprise, but very quick victory in the end. I don't know if anyone else was watching that amazing victory by Ken, who will be playing later, I think tomorrow for the second round match. But today we're going to be focusing on Jerry and Stacey. I don't know where your bets are, folks, on who you think is going to win this one. Me, I think it's going to be close. Jerry's played red team a few times now. I think everyone the last couple of games has had a little bit of joy on the social engineering side and the human social engineering side as well. So let's see if that comes into play today. Clint, looks like you're back. Is your camera working again?
No, it's not. Hold on real quick.
No worries at all. Okay, well, hold with us, folks, while Clint just sorts his camera out. So while we're waiting for the game to begin, anyone in the chat got any ideas on who they think going to win the game today? I think I'm banking on Jerry. Sorry, Stacey, but I think he's had more gameplay than you. So it'll be exciting to see, though, who actually pulls it out of the bag and causes a bit of an upset. I know lots of different tactics have been used this week by all of the different players, especially on the blue side. I saw that Stacey the other day spent a lot of time segmenting a network and getting things tight, which was really, really important. But from the red team, we've seen a lot of success on the social engineering and the human side, which I think we all know reflects perhaps the true world, where that is always the human factor is a huge part to play. Michael's there. I see you saying go Jerry. Gregory Jones as well. Simply Cyber, we're in there. Good to see you all, Simply Cyber. Michael, you're running in from Birmingham, Alabama. Good to see you here too. Robert, hope you're helping Clint in the background there get his video sorted out. Carrie, you say that you don't see my bicycle pump to be pumped up. I don't need a bicycle pump, Carrie. I'm actually back on the caffeine today. Just to let you know, it's been a while, so I'm a little bit pumped up for this match. James Driscoll, good to see you. Gregory Jones again, and also Roy Keck. It's been a long time. I hope you're very well, my friend. Hopefully Clint will be back with us soon. But in the meantime,
I have to reboot, guys. No, I've got to reboot. So just keep it going. Let the guys in the back, let the competitors know that I have to reboot. I'm having technical issues, no worries, so we'll get started here in a bit.
No problem. Bear with me, guys, while I just type in the chat. Yeah, well done, Kerry. I see 236 days, no coffee or caffeine. Well done, my friend. That is absolutely superb. So for anyone who hasn't seen this game before, while we're waiting for Clint to come back, you can check out the game on ThreatGEN.com. You can play the game also on Steam, but it is a slightly different version. And for those of you who want to see the graphic that Clint brought up earlier, which showed what matches we have left in the series, if you go to esports.threatgen.com, you can get that there. So in the meantime, please do jump in the chat if you've got any questions for me, or if you want me to talk about anything in particular. I'm desperately trying to fill time here, so feel free to jump in with any questions that you've got while we wait for Clint to come back. I'll have a sip of my coffee while we wait, I think. Yeah, I know, Gregory. Funny, right? It's always the way, isn't it? Do you know, I've been running the CISO experience on YouTube on the InfoSec Live channel for a few months now, and you wouldn't believe the amount of CISOs who've had problems coming into the studio with their cameras, but I won't mention any names. David, you put I like Jerry in this one. I think he's going to try volume social engineering and pull it off. It's hard to defend without practice. Completely agree. And I think we've seen that tactic work. And for those of you who saw my fluke win over Eric Taylor, I think it was last week, that's pretty much how I won, was a complete focus on the human social engineering side. It wasn't through any skill, I can assure you of that. Gregory, you're laughing. You clearly saw that one too. Yeah, Robert, I think you're right. I think I said earlier, actually, I don't know if you were helping Clint at the time, but Jerry's had a lot more practice than Stacey on this game. And I think despite him being blue, if you cut him in half, I think he knows the tactics that might help to pull this off. And again, it also depends, I think, on what you get to defend. I think the bigger plant sometimes can leave you more holes earlier on in the game and leave you more work to do. And I think if the red team come in hard on the human social engineering side, it could be quite an interesting battle today. Roy Keck, you're rooting for the underdog, Stacey. Good on you, Roy. As much as I like Jerry and respect him, let's go, Stacey. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go, Stacey. Anyone else been watching the games this week who's in the chat? Any thoughts on how Ken's going to fare tomorrow against, I suppose, what is his name? Ruthless E, Eric Taylor. I think that's going to be an extremely interesting. Oh, sorry, David. You meant electronic social engineering. Human got nerfed. Was that after I did my game, perhaps? Aaron, tournament seems to be leaning towards red team wins so far. I think, yeah, I'd agree with that. It does look like that. And Jerry is playing red or blue. Gregory, Jerry is playing red today, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. Let's have a sip of my coffee, folks. Yeah, thanks, James. If I had the ability, I can't screen share in this studio. I could show you the platform, but for those who don't know, I mentioned it before. If you want to check out the game platform, it's ThreatGEN.com, and if you want to have a look at the leaderboard and also the games that we've got left in the tournament, it's eSports.ThreatGEN.com. If anyone could let me know how the others are getting on, Jerry and Stacey's streams, that would be great. I'll just check the battle chat to see what's going on there. Just update them. Yeah, I've been frustrated with human social engineering in PvP, and your game was the catalyst to run an experiment where I scripted RVB to run 100 cheese attempts, which led to the nerf. Yeah, I completely agree. I know it was a fluke, but I had been practicing the 2 days before the game, and I had identified that I kept getting some clear wins through doing that. So I've been practicing again today. I was chatting with Alex in the Discord server earlier. I had 2 attempts, and both of them I failed miserably with that. So I definitely need some more coaching, I think, guys, before I play again. But Aaron said, yeah, holding out as blue team is definitely a challenge. It certainly is. And I think, as I mentioned earlier, if you get the bigger plants to defend as well, you've got more work to cut out, perhaps, to start with. Excuse me, guys and girls. So come on, drop your bets in the chat. Who do you think is going to win, Jerry or Stacey today? I don't know if Jerry, has he had too much coffee, Carey? Is he jittery, or is he just keen to get this match on? Maybe Clint's doing this on purpose to build up some expectation for the game, perhaps. Yeah, you're right. Jerry's more of a blue team member. He'll do well, but on the off chance he loses, I can understand. Jerry does have too many hoodies. Is he interchanging them today? I think he had 2 or 3 on in the game yesterday that I was watching. And he is amped up to the moon. Awesome, Kerry. Thank you. Let me just check the chat. Nothing as yet from Clint. Robert, have you heard from Clint? Do you know he's getting on with the reboot? Okay, people, if you've just tuned in, we're having some technical difficulties here. Clint has just done a reboot of his system. We're going to be back with you as soon as we can. In the meantime, if you haven't checked it out, we're on ThreatGEN.com if you want to have a go playing the game. And this whole tournament, the leaderboard and the games we've got upcoming is on eSports.ThreatGEN.com. So hopefully, if you want to have a look, you can do that while we're just waiting for Clint to come back before the 2 games get started. Equally, if you want to see what's going on with the other teams, I can't drop the links in the chat. I don't have that function. But if you go on YouTube under Simply Cyber, I believe that you can see Jerry's stream, and I believe Stacey Lokey. I'm not sure. I think it's Sweet Delights on YouTube if you want to go and have a look at hers to see if she's getting ready for the match as well. But in the meantime, any more questions anyone's got, if anyone wants to jump in the chat with anything, please feel free to. No update. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate that. Hopefully he'll come back on in a bit. Otherwise, this is going to be interesting. Hope you don't mind if I have a quick vape while we wait, seeing as I'm drinking my coffee. Okay, folks, if you're just tuning in, just having some technical problems. We're waiting for Clint to refresh his machine before we can get started on the shoutcasting today. 2 players, Jerry and Stacey. I think they're both on hold as well. Michael, you need help on IPv4, IPv6 sniffer. Definitely can't do that. What's your name again? My name's Simon Gregory, if I haven't mentioned that enough times. But hey, Ephraim, good to see you. Thanks for jumping in the chat. For anyone else who's just jumped in, we just have got a bit of a technical issue behind the scenes. Clint's just rebooting his machine before we can get the game started today. David, in your opinion, it's easier for red team to play volume electronic SE than it is for blue team to defend it. But I also feel as though we could have had 3 blue team wins in the first round if a few roles had gone differently. I completely agree. And I think on one of them, was it 4 or 5 attempts on the cheese, on the HMI cheese that failed, which I've never seen before when I've played it. I think I've gone up to twice. Maybe that's a common thing or another thing that you've changed recently in the game, David, that you mentioned earlier. It's my pleasure, Michael. Simon, what do you do in the cyber field? That's a really good question. I suppose I should get my sales pitch in, shouldn't I? I'm the global head of business innovation for a technical cyber consultancy called Bramfit Technology Labs, based in the UK, New York and Australia. And we've got a team of 50 technical consultants helping enterprise level clients with application security, technical testing and purple teaming. So that's the day job. And in the evening, I run a community called InfoSec Live, where we've now got 3,000 members, set up last year as a free resource for people in the cybersecurity community, either those looking to break in or those perhaps looking to raise the game and get on the next ladder of their career. We're launching a scholarship fund actually in 2 weeks' time, where 3 lucky winners will receive a fully funded and a fully personalised pathway to the job of their dreams in cybersecurity. But I'm not going to talk about that too much because this is a ThreatGEN stream today. But thank you very much for asking. What is what called, Gregory? The community is called InfoSec Live. You can find it on YouTube, or the website is info-sec.live. You jump in and say hello, it'd be great to see you. Let me just check the chat, guys. So still. Okay, folks, it looks like we are going to have to reschedule this. Clint's just messaged to say that his technical problems aren't resolving themselves. So I'll give it another minute just in case, another 60 seconds, but it looks like we might have to pull this, ladies and gentlemen, and come back to this another time. I can't end the stream though, I don't think. Okay, people, I think it looks like this is going to be called off. So we're going to have to cancel today and reschedule. I'm just waiting for confirmation on that. But at the moment, it's looking pretty likely. I suppose for any of you there in the Discord server, if you're not in the Discord server, come along to Discord and join ThreatGEN.com, where you can get involved in the chat and discussions. Also, as I mentioned before, if you want to play the game, if you want to try it out before you see the stream, it is ThreatGEN.com. And if you want to see more about this tournament that's going on at the moment, it's eSports.ThreatGEN.com. So that's a shame, Robert. Yeah, I think we're going to have to pull it. The only problem, Robert, if you're watching, is because I'm a guest in the studio, when I come out of the studio, it's going to continue broadcasting. So what we need is, Clint says he's got no audio or video. Let me just check. Hey, Clint. I can't end the stream. Happy to... Okay, you can hear me now. Clint, yeah, as I said, folks, we're having some technical problems. Clint's in the background, but his video and audio is gone. We're going to have to end the stream. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll let you know as soon as we get this rescheduled. Apologies for the delay today. Everyone, thanks for helping support me in the chat just then. It's been brilliant. Take care. See you all soon.